All right, shalom. I like to start out by saying Ka Halayim La Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Harakah Kodash Ma'amah. Double honors to the elder apostles, a great millstone, and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth, the sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai. All right, it says I want to do a quick hit on my lunch break real quick, or not even my lunch break, my break. Real quick, just want to go into this article on, it says U.S.China sparring over Taiwan heats up anew. All right, and I did an earlier a lesson maybe about last week speaking on this, on how China is putting a stop to the United States dominance over things that go over in the South China Sea, or over there in the Pacific in their area. All right, it says, Washington, the United States, and China are stepping up their war of words over Taiwan in a long simmering dispute that has significant implications for the power dynamic in Indo-Pacific and beyond. Amid a surge in Chinese military activity near the island that China regards as renegade province, and has vowed to reclaim by force if necessary. Washington and Beijing have launched new campaigns for global support for their respective positions, each using the stern and lofty language of sovereignty and international precedents. And neither is backing down. Right. So what you have is let the weak say that I am strong. So China this whole time was being an underling to America, trying to be like America. And so now you're seeing China being risen up to take over America. But Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai within that is going to destroy China also, after he destroys America, right? So China thinks they're going to get that role as being a dominant powerhouse of global economy and world dominance, but Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai is going to take that right away from them. It says, while the disagreement over Taiwan isn't new and has long vexed relations between the two countries, recent developments suggest the two are coming closer to confrontation. All right, what does that mean? You shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, man. So the true believers in Yahweh Shem are not troubled. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai are not troubled by these things that we're hearing, but we rejoice because we know that this is almost over, man. All right, it says, last week, President Joe Biden set off alarm bells in Beijing by saying the United States has a firm commitment to help Taiwan defend itself in the event of a Chinese attack. China protested, and Biden administration sought to play down the comment. All right, so now they're trying to, he went out, jumped out there and said that, saying he's ready for war. But China's saying the same thing. All right, that's what the scripture says. Prepare for war. Wake up the mighty men. Let the weak say that I am strong. All right, White House statement, State Department, and Pentagon officials all said the president did not mean to imply any changes in the U.S. One China policy, which recognized Beijing but allows informal relations and defense ties with Taipei. All right, it says the officials took pains to say that America's commitment to Taiwan remains steadfast but continues to be guided by a policy of strategic ambiguity. All right, it says over military-related specifics that falls short of a treaty enshrined mutual defense pact. But, America's known for breaking treaties. They're truce breakers. All right, so, China's not falling for that. All right, it says, since then, however, the administration has upped the ante on the diplomatic front. Secretary of State Anthony Blinken on Tuesday publicly urged other members of the United States to reject China's assertion of absolute sovereignty over Taiwan and join the U.S. in supporting Taipei's independent participation in international organizations related to transportation, health, climate change, culture, and education. So mainly get on board with the agenda being pushed by America, all right? And that's what they're trying to influence these other countries to help aid Taiwan to do. But China is going against that, saying they're part of our territory, our jurisdiction. We have China saying they have jurisdiction over Taiwan. It says, as the international community faces an unprecedented number of complex and global issues, it is critical for all stockholders to help address these problems, Blinken said in a statement. This includes the 24 million people who live in Taiwan. Taiwan's meaningful participation in the UN system is not a political issue, but a pragmatic one. It says he noted that Taiwan has been prevented from participating in meetings of the International Civil Aviation Organization despite being a major transit hub for the World Health Organization, despite having field of objective response to the COVID-19 pandemic. It said Taiwan's exclusion undermines the import of work of the UN and its related bodies, of all of which stand to benefit greatly from the contributions, Blinken said. That is why we encourage all UN member states to join us in supporting Taiwan's robust, meaningful participation throughout the UN system and the international community. So now they're flexing their muscles. They're trying to round everybody up to force China not to back down. To force China to back down dealing with Taiwan. All right. I said, Blinken's statement came just 5 days after Biden's remark about Taiwan's defense and only 2 days after the State Department announced the senior U.S. and Taiwanese officials met virtually to discuss expanding Taiwan's participation in UN and other international groups. In that October 22nd meeting, administration officials reiterated the United States' commitment to Taiwan's meaningful participation in the World Health Organization and UN Framework Convention on Climate Change and discussed, there goes that climate change again. That's what it's all going to boil down to, you're going to see. It's going to deal with climate change. They need to regulate the amount of carbon that's going in the air. That's the reason why they say that the glaciers are melting and all that other kind of stuff. Okay? It says, and discuss ways to highlight Taiwan's ability to contribute to efforts on a wide range of issues, that State Department said. Apart from complaining about Biden's initial comments, China rejected angrily to that discussion, slamming the administration for making irresponsible statements that encourage Taiwanese independence and demanding a halt to U.S. official contact with the island's government. Taiwan's participation in activities of the international organization must be handled in accordance with the One China principle, Foreign Ministry spokesman Wang Wenbin said. Taiwan's attempt to expand its so-called international space with foreign support is a nature seeking to expand the space for Taiwan's independence and succession. It will surely end in failure. They should not be able to perform their enterprise. So ultimately, China's saying they're ready for war, for anything that y'all do that's going to come against what they're trying to push or what they're trying to do as far as dealing with Taiwan. All right. It says the back and forth is playing out against a backdrop of increasing belligerence by both sides towards the other, even as they profess to have common interests on issues ranging from trade to climate to North Korea. Relations have plunged to new lows since nosediving under the Trump administration, which adopted a confrontational approach on trade, visas, diplomatic representation, and educational exchanges. All right. I'm going to read a little bit more. A little bit more on this, but you clearly can see what's happening. People are trying to gear up everything to position themselves for war, and to position themselves to have backing for what their initial goal is, as far as world dominance in the New World Order. All right. So it says, it says China has recently upped its threat to bring Taiwan under its control by force, if necessary, by flying warplanes near the islands and rehearsing beach landings. China and Taiwan split during the Civil War in 1949, and the U.S. cut formal diplomatic relations with Taipei in 1979 in order to recognize Beijing. The U.S. does not openly contest China's claim to Taiwan, but is committed by law to ensure the island can defend itself, and to threat all threats towards it as matters of grave concern. Under President Xi Jinping, who is also Communist Party leader and head of the armed forces, China has been stepping up military, diplomatic, and economic pressure on Taiwan. Over its National Day weekend at the beginning of the month, China sent a record 149 military aircraft southwest of Taiwan in strike group formation, promoting Taiwan to scramble aircraft and activate its air defense missile system. China has also recently held a beach landing exercise on its side of roughly 160 kilometers, 100 miles wide, Taiwan Strait, which is like the aircraft incursion. It's described as a warning to Tsai Ing-wen's administration. The U.S. has reinforced its support for Taiwan with military sales. All right, so now you're seeing everything going on. And what is this? Is everybody's gearing for battle, man? Everybody's trying to position themselves on the map to have a sturdy ground. That's what a sturdy ground, and cover all their flanks, cover all their holes, just like how Russia's trying to do with annexing Ukraine, and NATO trying to stop that, and the UN officials are trying to stop the same thing, dealing with trying to stop China from doing the same thing with Taiwan. Even though China feels like they have 100% worthyship of Taiwan, because there was a split in what it said in the article in 1949, man. You know? So I'm going to get a couple scriptures to close it out. All right? This is 2nd Ezra chapter 16, verse 1. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourself with sackcloth of hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is set upon you, and who may turn it back?" So this is the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai doing all these things, man, and prophesying against. So against all these nations, because all these nations are going to turn the Confederacy, against America, and ultimately destroy America. And you're going to have all these different allied countries. You're going to have a couple countries that are going to stay allied with America. Well, they're going to be destroyed too. Everything's going to be torn to shreds, man. All right, the Lord is going to denuclearize the earth. He's going to have all these missiles that are being stockpiled and created. He's going to have all these missiles being shot off at this place, man. 200 million missiles, man. 200 million missiles, man. And Russia's going to get involved. China, Iran, North Korea. All these individuals are going to get involved in the destruction of America, man. All right. That was just a quick hit on that topic on this article, man. Probably try to do another one when I get another break. With that, I'd like to say, I hope this lesson was edifying to serve this purpose. With that, I'd like to say, Ka halayim la Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakah Kodash Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles of Great Millstone and my elder Herawan as well. Salutations to the Arkin that are pushing the truth, the sincerity, and truth. And peace and blessing to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Shalom.